In the last few weeks, we've witnessed the arrival of a couple of huge gear upgrades that us synth nerds have been asking for in videos just like this and on comment sections everywhere. Just to name a few, the Syntact, which is relatively new on the scene, made huge waves this week by introducing two new synth engines or machines, one digital and one analog, and both cool enough to make me feel that gas monkey up my back again. Stay strong, you don't need it. Okay. The OP1 finally got velocity sensitivity on its keybed, which, aside from being extremely cool, was kind of a weird choice not to have on its launch, instead of making a big deal over the whole new Velcro pads, for example. And finally, an upgrade that I've been asking for in almost every video that I've made on the Deluge, and I've made quite a few, the Synthstrom Deluge is finally getting that LED screen that it deserves. If the Deluge was already a modern classic, I think this will elevate it into legendary status, and I can't wait to see what other people do with it because I don't have mine anymore. Anyway, this made me think that maybe anything is possible, so here's my list of demands. Wish list. Who knows, maybe someone out there can make it happen, so be sure to post your own most wanted wish list in the comments below. Number 1. Ableton Push 3 standalone. Okay, so admittedly this first one is kind of a stretch, especially since I'm not sure how much sense it would make for a DAW company to make something for DAW-less music making. But, and hear me out here, we've seen companies like Native Instruments and Akai transform their MPC and machine into pretty much DAWs in a box and self-contained platforms to lots of success. So I think it would be really interesting to see a company go the other way around and make a condensed version of their fully fledged DAW into a roadworthy self-contained Ableton Push standalone, for example. Call me crazy, but it just might be a smash hit. Number 2, internal batteries in Electron Digiboxes. If you've ever had your hands on a Digitact or a Digatone or the new Syntact, I'm willing to bet that the thought has crossed your mind. Why aren't these equipped with internal batteries? The form factor is perfect for it. There's more than enough space inside the casings, and I've seen mad lads out there on the interwebs modding them out to fit lithium batteries, so we know it can be done, Electron. At least in my case, I'd be more than willing to spend some extra cash in buying an original battery-powered Digitact directly from Electron than risk breaking it or damaging it by trying my hand at soldering or trusting some self-proclaimed ripper dog out there to open up my precious baby's guts and hope everything just turns out okay. Number 3, and I really hope that the automatic subtitles don't screw me over on this one, disc streaming on the Polyend tracker. Though I really love the tracker and I find it to be a great source of inspiration when I'm faced with writer's block, one of my main pet peeves with it is that the sample pool has that damn memory limit. It's not exactly problematic, mind you, and it just means you have to be more deliberate and thoughtful as to your sample loading instead of just loading up entire folders. But since the M8 and the Octatrack can stream directly from their SD cards, this limitation seems like it just shouldn't be there. Now, I'm no tech whiz, and I have no idea if this is even something that could be upgraded with the firmware or if it's a hardware limitation, but seeing as the Akai Force was able to upgrade it, and apparently the same thing is coming to the MPC sometime soon, I really can't help but hope that maybe it's one of those things that's possible to unlock with some creative coding.
Do not tell me it can't be done.
And speaking of creative coding, here's my biggest wish, and one that is probably the tallest order on this list. USB MIDI for the Electron Octatrack. I know this might not be exactly a huge priority right now at the Electron headquarters, but the Octatrack, even now almost 12 years after launch, is one of the most inspiring, groundbreaking, and entertaining groove boxes in existence, and I might even go as far to say as it might be my favorite music making box ever, no matter how frustrating and enigmatic it can be at times. It's one of those devices that's so deep that it always has a new thing to show you, and no two people use it in the same way. And even though the thing it really needs is an updated reverb, I find that something extremely satisfying in the quality of life improvement department would be the ability to fully integrate it into my DAW via USB. And I'm not even talking about audio through USB, since from what I think I understand from its hardware architecture, that wouldn't even be possible. But since you can already import and export files through USB, I would think it shouldn't be impossible to tweak that so you could send and receive MIDI into it as well. Just imagine an Octatrack plugin companion app, or a sample library editor, I don't know. The possibilities are endless if you could just make that happen. Anyway, that's my list for 2023. I would love to know what quality of life upgrades or just wild wishes you have for your favorite gear in the comments below. Who knows, maybe someone out there will listen and can make it happen. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, or at least entertaining. Have a great week. I'll see you in the next one.